And welcome to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jennifer Ashley. We are at the Dakota Bank Center, the Swiftel, also known as the Swiftel Center in Brookings, South Dakota, the site of the girls Class A state championships. And we are here at the tail end of Game 1, getting ready for Game 2, which features the Tanagers. Whoops, just a second here. Dakota Bank Center, the Swiftel. As we will be featuring the Tanagers as they take on Mahpiya Luta, also known as Red Cloud, probably more known as Red Cloud to most, but they will face the winner. Whoever wins that will face the winner of this game. And at halftime, Mount Vernon Plankinton was sticking with Sisseton. Sisseton is the top seeded team in the Class A. It was 23-21, but in this second half, especially in this fourth quarter, Sisseton has really started to pull away. It's now 55-43. They just hit a three-pointer. It did MVP back on a three-pointer by Fox. Emily Fox, the SDSU commit. So MVP really pressuring now, high pressure. They're down by 12, 55-43 with 2:12 to go. Here's a steal by Fox for MVP. Then again, we will have our pregame show and everything for you for the Tanagers as they get ready to take on Mahpiya Luta, and that is a 4-5 seed matchup. But here's Mount Vernon Plankinton. There's a three-point attempt. Oh, no good by Mount Vernon Plankinton. Rebound to Vanessa Hoffman. Popped over to Russ, and Hoffman drives in, up, and good. That is good for Kaya Schmidt. Schmidt now has 16 points to match Emily Fox on the day. High pressure defense again by Sisseton. And that is going to be a timeout called by Sisseton. With 1:29 to go here in the fourth quarter, it's now down to a 10-point lead. It was a 15-point lead just about 30 seconds ago. It's a 30-second timeout for Sisseton. Again, Sisseton comes into this State A tournament with a record of 21-1. Mount Vernon Plankinton comes in with a record of 18-5. Mount Vernon Plankinton has played up to much of their competition. Vermillion did face Mount Vernon Plankinton as part of the Hanson Classic that got postponed, but they did play it later at the Corn Palace. That was on a Friday night, and they did defeat Mount Vernon Plankinton. It was a good matchup. Fox kind of went crazy. She was able to hit from everywhere. She's not hitting as quickly and as with such deadly accuracy this afternoon, which is kind of leading to this lead for Sisseton. But Vermillion did walk away with the victory there, and here's an inbound pass from Sisseton over the head of number 54, Krista Langager. Sorry. Not used to these names yet. I've been prepping for our game. But with 1:26 to go, Mount Vernon Plankinton inbounding the ball. They bring it up. And here's Reagan Russ over to Berkeley, England. Now here's Emily Fox at the top of the key. Fox gets it down to Russ in the paint. Turnaround is no good. And boy, Reagan Russ is not having one of her great games. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, I was looking at fouls, not player numbers. So that was Kaya Schmidt. That was her fourth point. Reagan Russ does have 16 points and 6 rebounds. Emily Fox has the same, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Reagan Russ does have 4 personal fouls, though. And there's a personal foul called on number 2, Vanessa Hoffman. That is her first. This free throw by Sisseton, boy, hits every bit of the rim and bounces in for Hannah Leverson. Again, 1:01 to go. 35 seconds, obviously, on the shot clock. An 11-point lead for Sisseton. Now a 12-point lead. Does appear that Sisseton will come away victorious and move on to the semifinals. Semifinals to face the winner of Mahpiya Luta and Vermillion. There's a long three for Fox, no good. Rebound by England. And Fox unable to get help. 43 seconds on the game clock. Up with the left hand for Vanessa Hoffman, and that will make it a 10-point lead with 38 seconds to go. MVP will take a full timeout here. We'll keep it right here. So again, the schedule for today on Class A here from Brookings. Starts with this matchup of Sisseton versus Mount Vernon Plankinton, followed by Vermillion versus, you see some places where it says Red Cloud Crusaders, otherwise Mahpiya Luta Crusaders. And then there'll be the break. And then tonight, beginning at 6 o'clock, Sioux Falls Christian will take on Hanson, and Flandreau will take on T area. So a great stacked Class A lineup this year in the state tournament. Sisseton, Vermillion, Sioux Falls Christian, Flandreau, T area, Hanson, Red Cloud, or Mahpiya Luta, and Mount Vernon Plankinton. So many teams that have faced off against each other, defeated each other. It's a good matchup. Over in Rapid City, where Zach Spear is following the Centerville Tornadoes, right now with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, Arlington leads James Valley Christian. And we'll go through that during the pregame. As Sisseton is moving the ball, 28 seconds to go. Like I said, looking very much like a Sisseton victory, but there is a steal for Mount Vernon Plankinton. Emily Fox brings it up. She'll pop the three, and that will be no good. Like I said, those were hitting for. Rebound there for Kaya Schmidt. Another three, no good, and that is going to really do it. 10 seconds, and that clock will run off, and Sisseton will advance to the semifinals. But as you might know, in South Dakota, Mount Vernon Plankinton will move on to the consolation side of the bracket. They will face the loser of the Vermillion and Mahpiya Luta battle coming up next. So again, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and you are listening to ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We have some Tanager fans behind us here filing in, and so the Tanagers are getting ready to do some battle. And so we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with after these messages on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Save means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as we just saw Mount Vernon Plankinton fall to Sisseton 57-47. So Sisseton will move on to the semifinals, and they will take on the winner of this matchup between Vermillion and Mahpiya Luta. So again, Sisseton moves on to the next round in search of a championship. Well, had a chance to sit down with Coach John Brooks earlier this week. And here is that conversation. And then we're going to take a look at these teams, how they got here, and matchups from around the state. Here's our conversation with Vermillion head coach John Brooks.
Welcome back to our Coach's Conversation. On the line, we have coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, John Brooks. Coach, it's state tournament time. How are you feeling?
Yeah, obviously exciting time of the year. So we're lucky to be one of the final 8 teams still playing, and excited for the weekend.
Well, and it's a stacked field. I know there are probably 1 or 2 teams that people thought would be in the state tournament that aren't here, but boy, you look at 1 through 8, and I don't know that there's a weak link at the state tournament this year. As you guys come in, how do you feel about the way your team is playing, and as you look at the rest of this field?
I think that's probably the beauty of this state tournament is I really believe that all 8 teams that are going think they can probably win it. And it's going to be very competitive every single game, no matter if you win, lose, whatever. Your next game is going to be very difficult. So I think that makes for an exciting tournament for fans to watch, and we feel like we have as good as a chance as anybody.
Well, and I think that's exactly right. You do, and I think coming in, people weren't quite sure with your team, with Casey being on the sideline, having lost Leah from last year. But it just seems like your team has gotten better as the season has gone on, and honestly taken like close losses and taken those and built upon them and improved. Is that something that you felt that you've seen as a coach as well? Yeah,
it's a long season, and whether you have kids coming back or you're a new team, it takes the year to figure things out. Every year is a little bit different. Obviously, everybody graduates, seniors, and that kind of thing. So I think especially the first half of the season was a little different for us, not only having to deal with losing seniors from last year, but then obviously Casey going down with her ACL, and then, we thought we had Julisse for the year, and then the last Open Gym this summer that she went down with her ACL. So 2 injuries that kind of hit us, and we had to figure things out from there. And luckily for us, we were able to get Casey back. And so then it was kind of, okay, now starting to fit in Casey's role when she got back. So, we've had her back for, 6 or 7 games, and she's fit in really nicely. And, now we've been playing pretty good basketball and kind of been comfortable with our rotation since then.
Well, and it really seems I had a chance to talk with Taylor Barta, and it does seem like since Casey's come into the fold, she and Taylor coming off the bench have really provided a great 1-2 punch, allowed you to rest some of your players. You guys haven't been getting into foul trouble. I think it helps because they're not tired towards the end. And it feels like when Taylor's out there, that maybe Taylor can take a little bit of a step back from being that runner back and forth and save her legs for the end. What kind of benefit has this bench provided for your team?
Yeah, I think anytime, we've always been a team that's played 8, 9 kids, and I think anytime that you can have a bench that just can give you a spark and bring kids off to give you energy or scoring or whatever they bring you, I think that's huge in a basketball game. It's really tough to just play 5 or 6 kids the whole time. So, we're able to go 7 deep right now, and then especially at a state tournament, when you're going to play 3 difficult games in a row, back to back to back. Having that depth is really nice. You never know when you're going to get in foul trouble or just get some tired legs. So getting Casey back was obviously huge for us. And I think everybody else has kind of settled in since she's been back. They're so used to playing with her. Obviously, she's been playing since her 8th grade year. So kind of got a rotation where we want it now, heading to the state tournament, and just kind of go from here.
Well, and, first up is not an easy task. Sometimes with the state, West River versus East River, it's tough to estimate and to correlate the schedules, because West River plays a few more maybe Class B teams, but this Red Cloud team or Mahpiya Luta looks really good. They have beaten some good teams. What is it that they bring to the table that poses some challenges for you?
Yeah, they're extremely talented. We told the girls the other day it might be one of the better teams, or we know it is one of the better teams we've seen all year. They put 4 kids on the perimeter, and every single one of them could put the ball on the floor and score. They can all shoot the 3, and then they pressure you with their defense. So it takes a lot of discipline to be able to beat a team like this. So, everything starts with them. With Ashlyn Carlo Blunt, she's very, very talented guard, 6 foot long, athletic, and she can do everything. And when she's getting down the hill and getting in the paint and kicking to their shooters, they're very difficult to stop. So they present a lot of challenges. Luckily for us, we played a very difficult schedule. We've seen teams like this, so we got to draw back on those experiences and be ready to play as best as we can.
Well, and you mentioned your schedule, and that is something that you actually intend. I mean, you understand out of some of those games, you're probably going to walk away with a couple of losses, but the team might be stronger for it. Is that part of the intent of scheduling so difficult, such a high level of difficulty, and in some of the bigger arenas?
Yeah, and we've kind of talked about that to the girls throughout the years. With the schedule we play and a lot of back-to-backs, once the weather hit us, is like you just got to understand you're going to take some bumps every once in a while, but that's okay. And just learning from those experiences, and now we're at this point, and that's exactly what we told them is we put the schedule in for a reason, and we got ourselves in a bunch of classics for a reason, and it's exactly for this time of the year. So I know our girls, they won't be intimidated by anything. We got an experienced group. They're ready for this moment, and now it's just about going out there and executing.
Well, Coach, just from a coach's perspective, after the 2 years of disappointment, so close against St. Thomas More in the SODAC 16, so close last year against T-Area, what did it feel like for you just to kind of get over that hump this year? And as a coach, how did you feel for your team?
The 2 years ago was losing a very difficult one to St. Thomas More in the SODAC 16, and then obviously losing the T in the regions in double overtime last year. We kind of said as a coaching staff, we'd have felt pretty sick to our stomach if we did not get this senior class to a state tournament, and they've been so close, and they're such great kids. Just seeing the joy and the happiness on our girls' faces and the tears was pretty special, and that's why you coach. And we've kind of told the girls we've been lucky enough to our coaching staff that we've been able to get to a couple of state tournaments. But, so this is all about the girls. We wanted them to have this experience and get there. And now we got that part of it accomplished. But we said we can't stay satisfied. We got to go there, and we're trying to win 3 more games. So it starts on Thursday, and let's go play our best basketball.
All right. Well, Coach, looking forward to seeing the team in action up in Brookings. We've got Red Cloud happening, and then, hopefully 2 more victories after that, and then we'll be talking about a state championship.
All right, Michael, that sounds good. Hey,
Coach, thank you so much. You have yourself a great day.
Yeah, you too.
That was Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Lady Tanagers here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton. We'll be back with more here on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley, coming at you from the court says Swiftel Center. Everything else said Dakota Bank Center, so we'll see which it is. We'll call it both. I don't care. As the Vermillion Tanagers get prepared to take on Mahpiya Luta in this opening round matchup of the State A tournament, the second game of the first session. So let's take a look at how these two teams got here. Mahpiya Luta comes in undefeated, having defeated Hill City, Tiashpazina, Little Wound, Rapid City Christian, Wall, Belfouche, Todd County, Lakota Tech, Custer, Little Wound again. They beat Spearfish. They defeated Pine Ridge, Sturgis, as well as St. Francis Indian, Rapid City Christian, Lead Deadwood, St. Thomas More, Douglas, Bennett County, St. Francis Indian again, Lakota Tech, and Belle Fourche. So they have defeated some good teams, but that's the thing with West River. It's always hard to make apples to apples comparisons, just because they are different just based on population and proximity. They play quite a few more B teams. They do play a couple of AA teams in Spearfish and Sturgis. Spearfish girls are a decent team. They're not great. Sturgis was not good this year. So those wins are hard to quantify as well. So that is why they are a 5th seed. Vermillion, on the other hand, comes in having lost to Crofton, Nebraska. Crofton girls just fell in the championship game last weekend to UTAN in Class C2 in Nebraska. They then lost to T-Area, who's here at the state tournament up in Brookings. Fell to them by 9 on January 2nd. Then they lost to Florence Henry, 31-45. Now that one needs a bit of an asterisk. That was a back-to-back game. They the night before they had played in Mitchell against the Mount Vernon Plankinton team that we just saw. And Mount Vernon Plankinton with Fox and Russ were quite a 1-2 combination. Vermillion did come out on top, but they were a different team. They only had a 6-person rotation. Casey Hansen had not returned. She returned, kind of air quotes, on the night of the Florence Henry game in Irene, Wakanda, except she only warmed up. She did not play. She did not return to the court in actual playing action until the game against Del Rapids. Since Casey Hansen's return, they have defeated Del Rapids, Millbank, Beersford, Sioux Falls Christian, Aberdeen, Roncalli. Those are 2 biggies. Sioux Falls Christian is here this weekend. They also defeated Madison, Dakota Valley, Lennox. They fell to Wagner by 3 on a night that they just could not hit anything inside, outside. They were shying away from contact more than usual. Usually they're going straight up or going into the basket. They kind of seem to be angling away. So, again, a disclaimer on that loss to Wagner. Wagner, who is not here this weekend. They then defeated Parker twice, defeated Lennox, and then defeated Winter just last week on the 29th to punch their ticket to state. So the Tanagers, after multiple close losses the last 2 years, by 3 to St. Thomas More against Pierre in 2022. Double overtime last year in the region finals to T-Area. Finally got a chance to punch their ticket to state. This senior squad, led by Brooklyn Voss, Janaea Cleveland, and Chandler Cleveland, and Taylor Barta, are ecstatic to be here. We had a chance to interview those 4 at different times, and those played on my show at the mic, and those will also be archived on our YouTube channel. They're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups, and so we'll keep it here. But did want to go around the state as games have started. So let's take a look. Let's take a look around the state. In Class B, Arlington leads James Valley Christian 25-15 with 2 minutes left to go in the second. In AA, O'Gorman, holy moly, O'Gorman is tied with Rapid City Stevens 53-53 with 3 minutes left in overtime. O'Gorman was the hands-down favorite in AA, but Rapid City Stevens, the 8th seed, is taking them to the limit. 3 minutes to go in overtime. 53-53. We'll keep you up to date on that one as we go through. And again, in Class A, Sisseton defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton 57-47 to advance to the semifinals. In Nebraska, boys state tournament down in Lincoln. Let's take a look what's going on down there. In Class B, Crete is defeating Platteview 13-12 with 4 minutes to go in the second. In C1, Omaha Concordia defeated Malcolm 72-36. Wahoo defeated Ogallala 50-36. Ashland Greenwood is leading Donovan Trumbull 14-7. In D1, Guardian Angels Central Catholic defeated North Platte St. Patrick's 42-40, and Ainsworth defeated Dundee County Stratton 62-55. Those are all the updates for the Nebraska boys state tournament. So for not St. Cloud, for Red Cloud or Mahpiya Luta, they are led by Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. 6-foot sophomore guard who averages 17.7 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 4.8 steals. That's also with Jodine Hunter, 16.9 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 3.4 steals. Maya Mills, a 5'10 sophomore forward at 7.9 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.7 steals. Talia Lunderman, 5'9 senior forward, 8.1 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.9 steals. And then Kennedy Fridia, a 5'4 senior forward, averaging 8.9 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 2.8 steals. So the starting lineup for this Mahpiya Luta team: Maya Mills, the 5'10 sophomore forward, will be starting for Vermillion. Will be Taylor Ruvers, the 5'3 8th grade guard. For Mahpiya Luta, you have Ashlyn Carlo Blunt, the 6-foot sophomore guard, and then Brooklyn Voss, the 5'11 senior guard for Vermillion, averaging 6.9 points per game. For Mahpiya Luta, number 10, Jodine Hunter, a 5'6 junior guard, averaging 16.9 points per game. Janaea Cleveland, a 5'8 senior guard, averaging 6.9 points per game and 5.6 rebounds for Vermillion. For Mahpiya Luta, Talia Lunderman, a 5'9 senior forward, averaging 8.1 points and 5.6 rebounds. And Chandler Cleveland for Vermillion, a 5'9 senior guard, averaging 11.2 points per game and 4.7 rebounds. And then finally, Kennedy Fridia, 5'4 senior forward for Mahpiya Luta, averaging 8.9 points per game and 4.1 rebounds. For Vermillion, Brooke Jensen, 6'1 junior guard, averaging 12 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. We are getting ready for the second game of the State A's here in Brookings. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, and this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Jumping for Vermillion will be Brooklyn Voss. Jumping for Mahpiya Luta, Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. And we're getting ready for some basketball. And here we go. Vermillion wins the tip into the hands of Janaea Cleveland. Gets the ball over to Taylor Ruvers. Vermillion moving right to left as we see them and as you watch it on Vermillion streaming. Brooke Jensen, turnaround jumper. No, and that will roll in. Brooke Jensen with the first points of the game. And here's Carlo Blunt. Mahpiya Luta in those blue uniforms with black letters and numbers with white trim. Good ball movement by this team. Here's Maya Mills over to Kennedy Fridia. Fridia picked up her dribble, long cross-court pass. Here's a pull-up jumper, left hand in, no good. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. And here's Brooklyn Voss, and Brooklyn unable to contain the pass and pulled that pivot foot, unfortunately, and that will be a turnover on Vermillion. So inbounding for Mahpiya Luta will be Kennedy Fridia. Gets it off to Ashlyn Carlo Blunt, the leader of this team, averaging 17.7 points per game as a sophomore. Driving in with the right hand was Fridia, no good. Rebound into the hands of Chandler Cleveland. Here's Taylor Ruvers bringing the ball up. Gets it over here to Brooklyn Voss. And that ball is slapped away by Kennedy Fridia. Steal for Mahpiya Luta. They get it over to Carlo Blunt again. Back over to Jodine Hunter. The left-hand side guarded by Ruvers. They get it to Carlo Blunt. Over to Maya Mills. Fridia drives in, and they're going to call a foul. And that'll be on the shot. And that's going to be on Brooklyn Voss. That will be Voss's Or no, Janaea Cleveland, sorry. That'll be Janaea Cleveland's first personal, first team. And Kennedy Fridia will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by Fridia is up and no good. Get him. About a couple weeks into the season, you started seeing the change where it said Mahpiya Luta instead of Red Cloud. So if I waffle back and forth, I apologize. Second free throw is up and good for Fridia. So 2-1. Vermillion leads here with 6:26 to go in the first quarter. Roovers gets the ball over to Voss. Voss gets it down low to Jensen. Jensen goes up with the right hand, no good. That is out of bounds off of Mahpiya Luta. 25 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 6:16 on the game clock. That was some good defense by Mahpiya Luta. Contact, but not a ton. And there's a block from behind. And Brooke is like, I think Brooke thought she was slapped on the hand, but she just needs to realize this. I talked to Dean Gurr, who said this Mahpiya Luta team, they will be relentless. And he said, they're like a pack of dogs. He said they will just be after you the entire time. And Janaea Cleveland, the long three-point attempt, no good. Rebound into the hands of Carlo Blunt. Gets it out to Fridia. Fridia back to Blunt. And you can see it, they are good. That's why they're averaging so many steals. Great defense. Ooh, Blunt left it short on the layup. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. And I do hope anybody that, with the term pack of dogs, in a good sense, they are relentless, and they are great defensively. And that pass is taken away by Carlo Blunt into the hands of Fridia. Fridia pushing the matter up. Taylor Roover's back, and Fridia is, no, they're going to call a travel on Fridia. So that'll be a turnover. Not the cleanest of games for either side right now, but 5:30 to go. Vermillion leads 2-1. Taylor Roovers brings the ball up. Gets it over to Voss. Vermillion in their white uniforms with red letters and numbers and black trim. Roovers up top, drives in, little floater, up and in. Taylor Roovers with her first bucket makes it 4-1 in favor of Vermillion. Carlo Blunt gets it over to Fridia. Fridia drives in. A shot off the top of the backboard, but no rebound to Roovers. Roovers pushes it ahead to Voss. Voss tries to get it to Chandler Cleveland, and that is going to be out of bounds off of Vermillion. You know Coach Brooks. Coach Brooks is just telling Brooklyn, you just got to take it up. That extra pass probably cost him there. Might have been able to get a foul. And so here's a timeout, immediate timeout. I forget we get those. So with 4:58 to go, we're going to take a Murph's Appliance timeout. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion, serving their customers for over 20 years. We'll be right back. Vermillion leads 4-1 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard.
With First Bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Again, on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermillion leads 4-1. Not the cleanest of games so far. Nobody would say that it is, but 4:58 to go. We are 3 minutes in. A lot of turnovers. I think both teams are unaccustomed to being almost looking in a mirror with the tenacious defense. So Vermillion has their original starting five on the floor, as do, I believe, as does Mahpiya Luta. Nope, Mahpiya Luta has Carlo Blunt, Kennedy Fridia, as well as Dorothy Mestet and April Knight out there, and Essence Tobacco. And here's Fridia. Fridia is going to be fouled from behind by Janaea Cleveland. That'll be Janaea's second personal. And that was more just incidental. Kind of backed into Janaea as she was following a player. So here is Essence Tobacco. Here's Carlo Blunt, gets to Fridia. Fridia turnaround jumper up and good. Fridia has all 3 points for Mahpiya Luta. She averages 8.9 on the season. Here's Brooke Jensen. Jensen, cross-court pass to Janaea Cleveland. Janaea down low to Brooklyn Voss. Voss back up top to Roovers. Roovers gets it down to Chandler. Over to Janaea. Janaea drives into the block. Gets it back out to Chandler. Chandler drives in and loses it. Turnaround up and no good. And that ball is knocked out into the hands of April Knight. So Mahpiya Luta looking to take their first lead of the game halfway through this first quarter. Here's Carlo Blunt. Blunt. And that is a travel on Blunt. So with 3:51 to go, Mahpiya Luta turns it over to Vermillion. Casey Hansen checks in. Janaea Cleveland checks out. So Hansen will inbound the ball. Gets it over to Brooke Jensen. Jensen guarded there by Tobacco. Up to Brooklyn Voss. Over to Taylor Roovers. Roovers drives in. Met there by some trees. Yeah, there's some height there. Here's Jensen. Jensen for three. Yes! Brooke Jensen on the pass from Taylor Roovers. Hits her first three of the game. Makes it 7-3 in favor of Vermillion, the biggest lead so far. Here's Carlo Blunt. And that ball is stolen away by Brooklyn Voss. And Vermillion gets it ahead to Casey Hansen. Hansen back to Roovers. Roovers down low to Chandler. Chandler up and in and no foul, but still good on the shot. Makes it 9-3 in favor of Vermillion. Again, this Red Cloud team is undefeated. They've been in some close games though, so we'll see if how they handle this. But they're not unfamiliar with close games. Fridia for three, no good. And they're going to call Brooklyn Voss with a foul, a push-off to get the rebound, I think. Wow. So that is Brooklyn's first personal, third team. They have yet to call a foul on Mahpiya Luta. So inbounding the ball is Mahpiya Luta. They get it down low to Mesteth. Mesteth has it blocked away by Brooke Jensen. Jensen with her first block of the game. Averages almost a block per game. So checking in now for Mahpiya Luta. Again, those numbers are hard to read sometimes. I apologize if it takes me a little bit. It's Maya Mills and Jodine Hunter checking in for Tobacco and Knight. No, Kennedy Fridia and Knight. So 9-3, Vermillion leads with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter. Carlo Blunt gets it over and Roovers steals it and knocks it off of Jodine Hunter. So a nice steal by Roovers. So they're going to reset. Kennedy Hansen. Casey Hansen will check it in. 2:48 to go. Vermillion leads 9-3 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. And the official, there's a timeout, something up with Casey. I don't know if it's blood or if there was something in her ear. So Taylor Barta checks in. And here's a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. This brought to you by Murph's Appliance. For 20 years, they've been locally owned and operated, serving the customers of Vermillion. We'll be right back.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Swiftel Center in Brookings. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where the Vermillion Tanagers lead Mahpiya Luta or Red Cloud 9-3 with 2:43 to go here in the first quarter. It's been a very up and down game, quick paced, lots of steals, a few turnovers created by the speed on both teams. And there's a steal by Mahpiya Luta. And here's Carlo Blunt. Carlo Blunt drives in, up with the right hand, no good. Rebound there, another block by Brooke Jensen. That is her second. And checking in will be Talia Lunderman. She'll be checking in for Essence Tobacco. So now with 2:24 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Mahpiya Luta checks inbounds. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound there by Brooke Jensen. Vermillion will push it up. Taylor Rivers brings it across midcourt. Gets it over to Brooklyn Voss. Voss down low to Chandler. Over to Jensen. Down low to Talia. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Taylor Barta misses the short little bunny. Here's Carlo Blunt. And that is going to be a blocking foul on Jensen or Barta. That's going to be on Barta. That will be Barta's first. That is the 4th team foul on Vermillion this quarter. Now remember, it resets at the end of each quarter, but it was on the shot. So here's the first free throw. That is up and good for Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. That is her first point of the game. Again, averages 17.7. Red Cloud, or Mahpiya Luta, was here last year. Casey Hansen has checked in for Brooklyn Voss. That free throw is no good. Rebound, Casey Hansen. Hansen down low to Chandler, into the paint, over to Jensen. Jensen, that's going to be long. Rebound there by Mahpiya Luta. Minute 43 to go. 9:44. Then Carlo Blunt, no good. Rebound by Ruvers. Ruvers making her presence known today. She picked up her dribble near midcourt. And that is going to be a jump ball. And that is going to favor Mahpiya Luta. A lot of contact there. Again, still no fouls called on Mahpiya Luta. With a minute 28 to go here in the first quarter. Vermillion leads 9-4. Here's the ball in the hands of Dorothy Mesteth. And that's going to be a foul on Mahpiya Luta. So that was called on Dorothy Mesteth, number 5. Her first personal, first team. And that ball is knocked out of Hansen's hands, out of bounds, off of Mahpiya Luta. Minute 7 to go here in the first quarter. Vermillion leads 9-4. Taylor Ruvers gets the ball over to Brooklyn Voss. Voss gets it down to Jensen on the elbow, down to Chandler Cleveland, up and in, and that will go for the and one. Nice pass by Brooke Jensen. And Chandler Cleveland will go to the line to shoot the and one. 11-4, Vermillion leads. 59.7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And that free throw by Chandler is no good. Rebound there by Carlo Blunt. Blunt kicks it out. That is a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound by Voss. And that is going to be a jump ball that will favor Vermillion. You can hear the Vermillion fans behind us. No fouls being called on stuff like that. And you can hear them. And, I think they have every reason to be upset. Feels like there's a lot more contact being allowed on one side. Casey Hansen. Oh, and that pass to Brooklyn Voss is too high. So with 37 seconds left, so 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Vermillion leads 11-4. Mahpiya Luta will inbound the ball. And we'll see if they play for the final shot or if they go for a quick strike. Again, 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Maya Mills. They get it over to Jodine Hunter. Back to Fridia. Fridia down low to Lundstrom. No good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss. And they're going to call a foul. Yes, they are calling a foul. So with 16.8 seconds left, Vermillion will get another crack at it. That call was on Talia Lunderman, her first personal, second team foul. No, third team foul. I only see 2, but they have 3 on the scoreboard. But 12 seconds to go. Roovers drives, pulls it back out. Hands it over to Chandler. Chandler with 4, 3. Jensen puts it up and no good. And that will be the way the first quarter ends. Vermillion 11, Mahpiya Luta 4 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. We'll be back with our second quarter after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley, as after one quarter of play, Vermillion leads 11-4. Mahpiya Luta will inbound the ball. Starting for Vermillion, their original starting 5. For Mahpiya Luta, looks like the same. Carlo Blunt drives in, goes up with the left hand, no good. Rebound by Chandler Cleveland. 10 seconds into this second quarter. Here's Roovers, gets the ball over to Janea. Janea dribbles, gets it over to Chandler. Chandler comes around, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Chandler Cleveland. Oh my gosh. That is Chandler's first personal. That's her first personal, first team of the quarter. So Mahpiya Luta inbounding the ball. Here's Mills, has it knocked away by Voss. Gets it over to Jodine Hunter. Hunter up and good. Hunter with her first basket of the game. Makes it 11-6. Here's Roovers with 7:15 to go here in the second quarter. Gets it over to Voss. Voss down to Jensen. Jensen down low to Chandler. And Chandler is going to be fouled. They're going to call it. Are they going to call it on Mills or Lunderman? That is going to be on Mills. That'll be Maya Mills's first personal, first team, but it was in the act of shooting, so Chandler Cleveland will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Chandler is up and no good. She's 0 for 2 from the line. She looks a little frustrated. She's been pretty solid all season long from the line. Averaging close to 70%. Second free throw is up and good. Nothing but net on that one for Chandler. Makes it 12-6. 6-point lead for Vermillion. Carlo Blunt, step back, hands it off to Fridia. Gets it down to Carlo Blunt, who will drive in. Up with the right hand and no good. Rebound there by Brooklyn Voss. Voss with her second rebound of the game. Taylor Roovers brings the ball up. Gets it over to Voss on the right-hand side. Voss down low to Brooke Jensen, and that is a long 2 for Brooke Jensen. Her second field goal. She also has a 3-pointer, giving her 7 points on the game. Makes it 14-6 Vermillion. 6:32 to go here in the second quarter. Vermillion playing well. Mahpiya Luta getting shots, though, just not getting them to fall. And there's going to be a foul on Brooklyn Voss. That will be Voss's second personal, second team. So again, Mahpiya Luta getting shots, just not getting them to fall. So inbound, they get it into Lunderman. Lunderman, guarded by Voss, gets it over to Jodine Hunter. Hunter, guarded by Janea, drives in, up with the left hand, up and good for Hunter. Hunter on the season averaged 17 points per game. That's her second bucket. Roovers over to Voss. 14-8, Vermillion leads with 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Here's Chandler Cleveland, turnaround jumper up and no good. Rebound there by Fridia. Fridia over to Carlo Blunt. Blunt gets it over to Mills as they bring it on up. Here's Fridia on the right-hand side, guarded by Chandler. Oh, nice layup, and no good. And they're going to call, are they going to call it on Voss? That'll be Brooklyn's third personal. Third team of the quarter. Casey Hansen checks in. Brooklyn Voss checks out. So inbounding the ball will be Mahpiya Luta. They get it into Lunderman. No good. Rebound Roovers. Hansen for three, no good. Rebound Brooke Jensen. Jensen turnaround for three, no good. Rebound there by Fridia. Oh, come on. And they're going to call a foul on Janaea and a push-off. Coach Brooks is beside himself. That is Janaea's third personal as well. Fourth team. So Mahpiya Luta inbounds the ball off of Jensen. It's Carlo Blunt. No good. Rebound there by Roovers. And there's a foul called on Mahpiya Luta. Here's Janaea Cleveland to inbound the ball. Janaea with three personals. 5 minutes to go. Vermillion leads 14-8. And that is a double dribble on Taylor Roovers. Just lost track of the fact that she had already dribbled. And here is a timeout being called by Coach Brooks. We'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. For 20 years serving their customers and their appliance needs. 14-8, Vermillion leads with 4:56 to go here on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. We'll be right back.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. 4:54 to go, 14-8, Vermillion leads here in the second quarter. Big storyline though, Brooklyn Voss and Janaea Cleveland both with three fouls each. Here's Fridia, up with the right hand, up, no good. Rebound there by Chandler Cleveland, and they're going to call a foul there on Tobacco, I believe. Essence Tobacco will be called for the foul. Nope, they're going to call it. That is called on Kennedy Fridia. Okay, that is on Fridia, her first personal. Third team foul. Here's Jensen, over to Hansen. Hansen ahead to Jensen. Jensen gets it up to Barta. So both Janaea Cleveland and Brooklyn Voss are out. They're probably going to try to see if they can make it through the entire rest of this quarter. Jensen over to Hansen. Hansen for three. That is no good. Jensen with the rebound though, no good. That'll be out of bounds off of Vermillion. 4:14 to go in the second quarter. 14-8, Vermillion leads. A lot of contact, and here's Carlo Blunt bringing the ball up. She's had a few shots at the basket, not been able to connect, but you have to just wonder when she's going to break out, averaging 17 points a game. Here's Fridia. Gets the ball over to Blunt. Blunt for three. Carlo Blunt with a three. Makes it 14-11. Here's Chandler Cleveland ahead to Brooke Jensen. Ruvers over to Hansen, down to Jensen, down to Barta. And Barta travels with it. Vermillion just needs to settle down a little bit. So here's Carlo Blunt bringing the ball up. Fridia to her right. Guarded by Barta, over to Fridia. And here's Dorothy Mesteth. Fridia gets the pass. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 3:30 on the game clock. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 14-11. Vermillion leads. They've led by as many as 6. Here's Carlo Blunt. Over to Tobacco. Tobacco has the ball stolen away by Chandler Cleveland. Chandler really more just in the right place at the right time. The pass went right to her, and I think Chandler's like, oh, wow. All right, here's Casey Hansen. Hansen drives in, kicks it over to Jensen. Jensen, short jumper, in and out, no good. Nobody there to get the rebound, so they get it to Fridia. Fridia pushing the ball ahead, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Fridia. That'll be Fridia's second personal. That's actually her third personal. So Fridia checks out, as does April Knight. So it's Dorothy Mesteth, Carlo Blunt, Essence Tobacco, Jodine Hunter, and Maya Mills. Here's Ruvers. Gets the ball ahead to Brooke Jensen. Jensen over to Hansen. 2:51 to go. Vermillion leads 14-11. Vermillion would love to get a score here. They get it down to Chandler Cleveland, up and no good. Rebound there by Dorothy Mesteth. Here's Carlo Blunt, guarded by Barta. Drives in, up with the right hand, up and in, and Mahpiya Luta is within one, 14-13 with 2:28 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Taylor Ruvers, ahead to Casey Hansen. Hansen drives in, kicks it up to Chandler Cleveland, up and in. Assist to Hansen, Chandler Cleveland with her third field goal. And here's Jodine Hunter. Hunter up with the left hand, up and no good. Rebound to Mahpiya Luta, and that should have been a travel. They kick it out, and here's a three-point attempt. That is no good. Rebound, Casey Hansen. Here's Taylor Barta. Barta gets it over to Chandler. Chandler on the block, turnaround, no good. And that ball is gonna go out of bounds off of Mahpiya Luta. So Vermillion leads 16-13 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. Just a lot of frenetic action, and not resulting in a lot of points right now. So this is going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Rama of Mahpiya Luta, and we'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance, locally owned and operated for over 20 years and serving the appliance needs of Vermillion. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 16-13. We'll be right back after these messages.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Just a reminder, for complete coverage of the high school girls basketball championships and for updated brackets, scores, photos, and stories, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All of the games will be broadcast live on television. Class B on SDPB1-TV, Class A on SDPB2 TV, and Class AA on SDPB3. Join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag SDHoops24. Again, 1:46 to go in the second quarter. Vermillion leads 16-13 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance, and this Tanager basketball broadcast brought to you by First Dakota. National Bank. At halftime, we will take a look around the state, brought to you by Vermillion Medical Clinic as part of the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. Casey Hansen will inbound the ball for Vermillion. Again, Voss and Janaea Cleveland on the bench right now with 3 fouls each. Here's Roovers. Gets the ball over to Hansen. Hansen for 3. That is short. That is going to be out of bounds off of Mahpiya Luta. As Hansen's missed a few three-pointers tonight, or this afternoon. If she could start to connect, she's had a few open shots. Hansen inbounds it to Jensen, tries to, but it is stolen away by Talia Lunderman. They get it ahead, and that is stolen away by Roovers, and Roovers is going to be fouled. No, they're calling a jump ball? Wow, they called a jump ball and not a foul. Okay. So ball to Vermillion. Hansen will inbound. You probably hear the Vermillion crowd. They thought it should have been a foul. Minute 26 to go. Vermillion leads by 3. They'd love to get a score here and then get a stop. And here's Taylor Barta. Gets it down to Jensen in the paint. Up and no good. And that ball is into the hands of Mahpiya Luta. Carlo Blunt. Blunt drives in. Floater is up and good for Blunt. Pulls Mahpiya Luta back within 1. Taylor Roovers with less than a minute to go. Brings the ball up. Vermillion leads 16-15. Hansen back to Roovers. Down to Chandler Cleveland. Chandler in the paint. No good. That ball is knocked out of bounds off of Vermillion. So 35 seconds on the shot clock, 45 seconds on the game clock. Mahpiya Luta looks to try to take their first lead of the game. Here's Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. Blunt has 10 points on the game. There's a long three-point attempt, and that is good by Maya Mills. Mahpiya Luta leads 18-16. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor Roovers brings the ball up, gets it ahead to Hansen. Hansen back to Roovers, back at the midcourt line. Roovers drives in. 17 seconds to go. Roovers will play for the final shot. 14-13. Second quarter, Vermillion trails on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 18-16. They get it over to Hansen. Hansen thought about the 3, takes the 3, makes the 3. Casey Hansen with the three-pointer. And that will end it. The first half will end with Vermillion leading 19-18 in a quarter that was dominated by Mahpiya Luta. We'll be back with our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show after this on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball at the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show, where at the half, Vermillion leads Mahpiya Luta 19-18. Well, in that first half, Vermillion led after the first quarter 11-4. But after the second, where Mahpiya Luta came back and scored 14 points to Vermillion's 8, they are nearly deadlocked. Vermillion has that 1-point lead. Leading the way for Mahpiya Luta of their 18 points, you have Ashlyn Carlo Blunt with 10 points, 3 points for Maya Mills, 3 for Kennedy Fridia, and 2 for Jodine Hunter. Rebounds, they have 2 for Blunt, 2 for Hunter, and 2 for Fridia, 4 for Dorothy Mesteth off the bench, and then 1 each for Essence Tobacco and April Knight. They have 4 total steals. Vermillion has 3 total steals. They are being led in scoring by Chandler Cleveland with 7 and Brooke Jensen with 7. Taylor Roovers has 2. And Casey Hansen has that 3 there at the end to put Vermillion back on top. For rebounds, Roovers leading the way with 4, 3 each for Brooklyn Voss. Brooklyn Voss, Chandler Cleveland, and Brooke Jensen. 2 for Janaea Cleveland and Casey Hansen. Again, the fouls are the story for Vermillion. Brooklyn Voss and Janaea Cleveland both have 3, whereas the only players in foul trouble for Mahpiya Luta, Kennedy Fridia has 3, as well as Talia Lunderman has 2. So in that first half, Vermillion shot 7 of 29 for the field goal for field goals for 24%. From the 3-point line, they were 2 for 5 for 40%. 50% from the free throw line, 2 of 4. So that's something that they'll definitely want to take care of. And then, that was Mahpiya Luta. For Vermillion, they shot 32% from the field, 28.6, 2 of 7 from the 3-point line, and they are 1 of 3, 33% from the free throw line. Mahpiya Luta scored 2 off the fast break to Vermillion's none. Vermillion outscored Mahpiya Luta 7-3 off turnovers. They outscored them 6-4 in the paint and 3 points off the bench compared to none for Mahpiya Luta. Again, it was 11-4 after one. Mahpiya Luta outscored them 14-8 in the second, leading to this score of 19-18 with Vermillion in the lead here at the half. We'll be back with more on the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show after this break. We'll take a look around the state, brought to you by the the Vermillion Medical Clinic. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 19-18 in favor of Vermillion. We'll be right back.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed market. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley at the half. Vermillion leads 19-18 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. We are at the Swift-Tel Center, or the Dakota Bank Center in Brookings. Again, this is the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. Let's take a look around the state as there is action in Nebraska and South Dakota today. First, South Dakota basketball as we speak. Let's take a look at those scores. In AA girls action, in overtime, O'Gorman does defeat Rapid City Stevens after a scare, 64-58. With 1 minute left to go in the first, Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Pierre 10-7. Coming up later tonight, Mitchell and Harrisburg, and then Brandon Valley and Spearfish. In Class A, Sisseton defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton 57-47. Obviously here, Vermillion leads 19-18. Coming up later, Sioux Falls Christian versus Hanson, and Flandreau versus T-Area. In Class B, Arlington defeated James Valley Christian 51-41. Coming up, starting in about 10 minutes, will be Ethan and Wall. Now, Ethan versus Wall should be a great matchup. Both teams have some dynamic scores, some great defense, and some great pressure. As the Tanager flag just runs past us here with the cheerleaders. Also coming up in Class B, Harding County will be taking on Lyman, and Centerville versus Warner. We will bring you Centerville versus Warner on 5-star streaming on YouTube and Classic Hits 106.3. Zach Spear is out there or on his way out there. Saw him this morning before I took off. And so little Zachy Spear going to be joined by Dean Gurr. Dean Gurr, a great color man, kind of like a corner man, but color man out there for Fox Sports Radio. I believe it's 1420. And he was willing to step up. I just sent out a message, said, hey, I talked to Matt Kearney, and he's like, sure, we can find some. Let me see if I can find somebody. And Dean stepped up, and I think he's going to help me next week for the Tanager boys. So this will be a good test run. If he can handle Zach, I'm easy peasy because, you know, I'm Mr. Professional. All right, let's look at Nebraska scores. Boys state tournament taking place. In Class B, Crete leads Platteview 43-30 with 1 minute to go in the fourth. Coming up tonight, Omaha Scott Catholic Norris versus Bennington, and Scotts Bluff versus Omaha Roncalli Catholic. In C1, Omaha Concordia defeated Malcolm. Wahoo defeated Ogallala, and Ashland Greenwood is leading Donovan Trumbull 40-30. Auburn versus Douglas County West comes up later. And in D1, Guardian Angels Central Catholic defeated North Platte St. Patrick's 42-40. Ainsworth over Dundee County Stratton 62-55. Johnson Brock will take on Riverside, and Ansley Litchfield will take on Plainview at Bob Devaney Sports Center at 7:45 tonight. All right, that's our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. Let's get back into the action. Mahpiya Luta will begin with possession. Same original starting five for Vermillion, and same original starting five for Mahpiya Luta. Kennedy Fridia gets it out to Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. They get it down low to Lunderman. And that's a jump ball that will go to Vermillion. So Brooke Jensen will inbound the ball. Good crowds for both sides. We're 10 seconds in. Vermillion leads 19-18 here in the second half on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Taylor Roovers goes in, has it blocked a little bit. Roovers guarding here Fridia. Fridia loses control of it and gets it over to Mills. Maya Mills with the ball, gets it over to Carlo Blunt. Blunt guarded by Janaea Cleveland. Will kick it out, and here's Maya Mills for three. No good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss. 42 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Brooklyn Voss over to Roovers. Roovers over to Janaea. Back to Roovers. Over to Voss. Left to right, right to left. Roovers for three. No good. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. Janaea kicks it back out to Voss. Voss for three. That'll be off the back iron. Rebound, Janaea again. And that ball is stolen away or knocked away by Fridia into the hands of Jodine Hunter. Jodine up and no good. That's a rebound for Brooklyn Voss. So no scoring as of yet in this quarter. Janaea Cleveland gets it out to Voss. Over to Roovers. Jensen turnaround off the free throw line. No foul called. And so here's Jodine Hunter. Hunter drives in. And that is going to be a travel on Jodine Hunter. So back to Vermillion it goes. We are a minute and a half into this third quarter on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, and still no scoring yet this quarter. Janaea Cleveland will inbound the ball. Gets it to Taylor Roovers. Roovers bringing it up. No full court press by Mahpiya Luta yet. Here's Janaea Cleveland. I should say yet this half. They did in the first half. And Roovers is fouled there by Fridia. Was that on Fridia? That will be Fridia's fourth. Yeah, that is Kennedy Fridia's fourth personal, first team. Obviously not a shooting foul. They will inbound the ball. Janaea Cleveland gets it into Voss from the elbow. That is good. Brooklyn Voss with her first field goal makes it 21-18. Carlo Blunt brings the ball up. Janaea Cleveland out there. They kick it out to Mesteth. Mesteth over to Mills. Mills for three. That'll be off. Rebound there by Janaea Cleveland. Cleveland with her third rebound of this second half. So Vermillion with a 3-point lead. Roovers with the ball. Up at the top of the key. Gets it over to Voss on the right-hand side. Skip pass over to Janaea. Janaea thought about taking the three. Gets it to a cutting Chandler. Oh, just left it short. Rebound there by Mahpiya Luta. Into the hands of Dorothy Mesteth, who gets it ahead to Carlo Blunt. Back to Mesteth. That is knocked away by Janaea. Back into the hands of Carlo Blunt. Skip pass over to Maya Mills. And there's a long three-point attempt into the hands of Mesteth again. She's just kind of everywhere. And there is a shot down low to Jodine Hunter. Jodine Hunter with her third basket of the game, giving her 6 points now. So here's Brooklyn Voss over to Janaea Cleveland. 21-20, Vermillion leads. Roovers with the jumper. That is short. Rebound Chandler Cleveland. And that is going to be a foul called on Mahpiya Luta. And that'll be on number 12, I believe, Talia Lunderman. And that is Lunderman's third personal foul. So here's a media timeout. We'll take one as well here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 21-20. We'll be right back.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Essence Tobacco and April Knight have checked in for Mahpiya Luta. Vermillion inbounds the ball. Here's Chandler Cleveland over to Brooklyn Voss. Vermillion leads on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard 21-20. 4:48 to go. Voss hounded there by Mahpiya Luta. Gets it down to Brooke Jensen. Jensen drives in, puts a shot up, and no good. Rebound there by Carlo Blunt. And the Mahpiya Luta comes back with the ball. Carlo Blunt drives in. Up and in. There's another lead for Mahpiya Luta. So Brooke Jensen over to Janaea Cleveland. Janaea up to Brooke Jensen. Jensen gets it ahead to Voss. Voss drives in, goes up with the right hand, no good. Rebound there by Mahpiya Luta. Janaea Cleveland with the steal. Shot no good. Rebound there by Brooke Jensen. Jensen up in the paint, up and good. That gives Jensen 9 points. Carlo Blunt up with the left hand, no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Back and forth. These teams are as evenly matched as a 4 and a 5 seed can be. Here's Taylor Roovers. Drives in, gets it over to Chandler. Chandler Cleveland for 3. Oh, no good. Rebound there by Carlo Blunt. Blunt is a 6-foot sophomore. She's somebody you're going to be hearing a lot about in the future. And there's a 3-point attempt. No good, but gets her own rebound up and no good. Roovers with the rebound, pushing it ahead, drives into the paint, and she is going to be fouled. We'll see who they call that on. That's Dorothy Mesteth's second personal. And third team, and Taylor misses the first free throw. And that's been, they're now 1 for 4 from the line, from the free throw line tonight. So Roovers, so Casey Hansen checks in, Brooklyn Voss checks out. Checking in for Mahpiya Luta is number 12. Talia Lunderman. Checking out is Maya Mills, I believe. Yes. It's kind of hard to read those numbers. I apologize, takes me a little bit sometimes. Roovers' second free throw is up and good. That ties it up that gives Vermillion the lead, 24-22. 3:16 to go here in the third quarter. Carlo Blunt gets it over to Lunderman. No good. Rebound, all the way back out to Dorothy Mesteth. I'm sorry, that was Hunter, Jodine Hunter, that drove in and missed that. Jodine Hunter for 3, no good. Rebound there by Chandler Cleveland. Jodine Hunter averaged 16.9 points per game on the season. Jensen unable to make that, and that will be a jump ball. That will favor Mahpiya Luta. So Mahpiya Luta will inbound the ball. Vermillion's been missing a few inside ones, but as has Mahpiya Luta. You know, you're in a bigger arena, you're in a bigger venue, can kind of mess with you a little bit. I saw that last weekend when Crofton played maybe in the Pinnacle Bank Arena. I think it just affected them a little. Here's Carlo Blunt. Over to Essence Tobacco, gets it over to Hunter. Hunter picks up the dribble, gets it over to Mesteth. Mesteth drives in. Here's a 3-point attempt, no good, and that is out of bounds off of Mahpiya Luta. And that will go back to Vermillion. So with 2:29 to go here in the third quarter, Vermillion leads 24-22. Not a ton of scoring so far in this quarter. A lot of activity, but just not a ton of scoring. Roovers gets it over to Janaea Cleveland on the left-hand side. Cleveland drives into the elbow, picks it back up, gives it over to Roovers. Roovers to Hansen. Hansen for 3. That'll be short. Rebound into the hands of Fridia, and that'll be off of Vermillion. No, not Fridia, sorry. That is Essence Tobacco. It's 20 versus 21. I apologize. They inbound the ball. Here's Carlo Blunt. Again, you're going to hear more of this young lady as the years go by. Jodine Hunter, she's a good one as well. This team is going to be something. Here's Carlo Blunt. Over to Hunter. Hunter pivots, spins, goes up with the right hand, no good. And there's Chandler Cleveland, but she is going to be fouled. Fouled on the rebound by, and that is Talia Lunderman. That'll be Lunderman's 4th. No, yeah, that's her 4th personal. That's the second Mahpiya Luta player with 4 personals here in the third quarter. So Casey Hansen, Brooke Jensen, Taylor Roovers, Brooklyn Voss, and Chandler Cleveland out there for Vermillion. Carlo Blunt, Jodine Hunter, Dorothy Mesteth, Maya Mills out there for Mahpiya Luta. There's an outlet pass to Dorothy Mesteth up with the left hand, no good. And the rebound, and that's going to be a travel on Mahpiya Luta as she fell to the ground, and the Mahpiya Luta fans are upset with that call. I'm not quite sure. She didn't go all the way down. She didn't come all the way up. And so coming in is Essence Tobacco. Coming out is Talia Lunderman. So again, it's Tobacco, Hunter, Mesteth, Carlo Blunt and Maya Mills out there for Mahpiya Luta. Here's Brooklyn Voss, gets it over to Jensen. Jensen across midcourt, gets it over to Chandler. Here's Brooklyn Voss. Voss over to Roovers. 1:25 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 20 seconds on the shot clock here in the third quarter. Vermillion leads by 2. Jensen tries to get it down low to Chandler Cleveland. That is knocked around into the hands of Voss. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Hansen has it stolen away by Jodine Hunter. Essence Tobacco misses the shot, but it's just almost violent down there. No fouls being called on either end, so nobody can really complain too much, but Hunter goes up and ties it. Makes it 24-24. Here's Brooklyn Voss. Voss drives the baseline, and she is going to be fouled on the shot, and who are they going to call that on? And that is going to be on Maya Mills. That will be Mills' second personal foul. Voss will go to the line to shoot 2. So Voss goes to the line to shoot 2. .46 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Voss's first free throw is up and no good off the back iron. 2 for 6 for Vermillion tonight. Here's Voss's second free throw. That is up and no good. Rebound in, and they're going to call a foul on Brooke Jensen. That'll be Brooks' first personal, first team of the quarter. So it's 45.8 seconds to go. Carlo Blunt will bring the ball up. Mahpiya Luta tied with Vermillion, 24-24. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maya Mills for 3, and that is good. Maya Mills with the three-pointer. Here's Jensen. Jensen brings the ball up, gets it over to Taylor Roovers. Roovers brings the ball around. 27-24. Vermillion trails now on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard here in the third quarter. This is the biggest lead Mahpiya Luta has had as they're going to play for the final shot. 12 seconds to go. Roovers at the top of the key. Drives into the left. Gets it over to Voss. Voss thought about the 3. Jensen has it blocked. That's going to be out of bounds off of Vermillion. So 1.9 seconds to go. Red Cloud or Mahpiya Luta to inbound. And that is going to be the way the quarter will end. 27-24. It's the first quarter that ends with a Mahpiya Luta lead. We'll be back after this timeout. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard 27-24. Mahpiya Luta leads on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball, where after 3 quarters of action, Vermillion trails 27-24. Mahpiya Luta has been hanging around. After that first quarter, they trailed 11-4. Then it was 19-18 at the half, and they extended their besting of Vermillion into the third quarter, leading 27-24 after 3 quarters of action. Carlo Blunt leading the way for this Mahpiya Luta team with 12 points. Again, just a sophomore. She'll be a great player for years to come. Here's Janaea Cleveland. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Janaea. So that'll be the 4th personal on Janaea Cleveland. She's the first Tanager with 4 fouls. There are 2 Mahpiya Luta Crusaders with 4. So Casey Hansen will check in for Janaea Cleveland. So Carlo Blunt brings the ball up. Again, the 6-foot sophomore out there with Maya Mills and Jodine Hunter. And Dorothy Mesteth goes up with the left hand, no good. Rebound into the hands of Vermillion. Essence Tobacco also out there for Mahpiya Luta. Vermillion starting 5, except Janaea Cleveland has been replaced by Casey Hansen. Hansen gets it down to Voss. Voss, short little jumper, up and in. Brings Vermillion back within 1 against this Red Cloud team. Or Mahpiya Luta, sorry. And here's Carlo Blunt on the left-hand side, picks up her dribble, gets it out to Jodine Hunter. Jodine likes to dribble in, goes up with the left hand, up and in. She is a good player as well, and she'll be back next year too. So back to a 3-point lead for Mahpiya Luta, 1 minute into this 4th quarter. Roovers gets it over to Hansen. Hansen on the left side, short jumper, up and good for Casey. Brings it back to 29-28, 6:43 to go. Carlo Blunt has it stolen away by Roovers. Roovers looks to possibly drive in, goes up, and she is fouled on the shot, and she will shoot 2. I did not see the number of who was down there. We'll see it here shortly. That is Dorothy Mesteth. Dorothy Mesteth, that will be her 3rd personal. So Roovers will go to the line to shoot 2, looking to tie it up or take the lead. Free throws have been Vermillion's bugaboo tonight. First free throw is up and no good. So Taylor looking to tie it up with this one. Mesteth comes out. Kennedy Fridia comes back in. Coach Rama having a talk with Mesteth. And that free throw is up and good. Ties it up. Mesteth just looks upset with herself. It looks like Rama was maybe having a conversation with her. So Rama taking a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here. 6:30 to go. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. For over 20 years, Murph's Appliance has been supplying the Vermillion area with the appliances they need. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 29-29. Vermillion and Mahpiya Luta tied up. Now, I saw somebody on the live chat on the stream say, give them respect for playing B schools. I don't think you heard exactly what I said. I said it's always hard to compare because due to proximity and population out West River, they have to play more B schools. I also mentioned they played 2 AA schools in Spearfish and Sturgis. Spearfish, who is in the AA tournament in Sioux Falls. So I said that's why it's hard to compare sometimes West River teams and East River teams. No disrespect was ever shown to this Mahpiya Luta team because they've been one of my favorites all season long. So listening to the full context, I did not disrespect anybody. Here's Kennedy Fridia, over to the right. Down low to Jodine Hunter and up and in. Every time Vermillion scores, Mahpiya Luta comes back. Jodine Hunter is actually leading the way. Nope, that's her 12th point according to my books. And they try to get it down low to Chandler. Chandler up with the left hand. Are they calling a foul on the shot? They are. And that's going to be on Maya Mills. That will be Mills's 3rd personal. I have Jodine Hunter down for 12. They have her up for 10 on the board. I have Carlo Blunt down for 10, and they have her for 12. So one of us is wrong. It very well could be me. First free throw up and good for Chandler Cleveland. Makes it 31-30. So Chandler looking to tie it back up. Second free throw up and good. We have ourselves another tie game. 31-31. 6 minutes to go. We knew it was going to be a tight one with a 4-5 seed. And here's Talia Lunderman. Over to Maya Mills for 3. No good. Oh, Taylor Roovers, the smallest player out there, but got position. I believe that's going to be on Carlo Blunt, but that is only going to be her first personal. So, I mean, she's not in any danger. So Carlo Blunt with her first personal, and that's the third team foul. Again, Carlo Blunt, a 6-foot sophomore. Don't know if she'll continue to grow, but her abilities as she continues to develop, she's going to be one of the top players in the state. Chandler Cleveland down on the baseline, loses the ball on the pass from Brooke Jensen. That will go back to Mahpiya Luta. Fridia brings the ball up. Carlo Blunt to her right now. Fridia over to Jodine Hunter. Hunter at the free throw line, gets it over to Mills. And here's Lunderman for three. No good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss. Vermillion looking to take the lead. 5:20 to go. Roovers gets it ahead to Hansen. Hansen over to Jensen. And Hansen hits the deck. Doesn't look like anybody tripped her. Just looks like she kind of got her feet tangled or caught up underneath herself. Here's Roovers out to Jensen. Jensen has that blocked, and Hansen with the rebound. Into Jensen, short little jumper, no good. Rebound Jensen again, up and in for Jensen. Jensen finally is able to connect. And here's a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. It's a 1-minute timeout. So we'll be back on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 4:55 to go, 33-31, Vermillion with the lead. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Back in Brookings with 4:49 to go. Vermillion leads 33-31. Mahpiya Luta, well, and they're going to call a foul on Chandler Cleveland as a reaching in as the pass was going into Carlo Blunt. So that will be Chandler's second personal. That'll be the second team as well with 4:42 to go. And this is a media timeout. Another 1-minute timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK in Vermillion, streaming on YouTube. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. The Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 4:42 to go, 33-31, Vermillion with the lead.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Welcome back to Brookings, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as we come out of that Murph's Appliance timeout. Vermillion leads 33-31 here in the fourth quarter. Vermillion has out there Casey Hansen, Taylor Roovers, Chandler Cleveland, Brooke Jensen, and Brooklyn Voss. And there's a nice cut into Jodine Hunter. Fridia drives in, up, and no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Oh, that could not have been much closer for Fridia. She's had a couple of those. Carlo Blunt has as well. Good attempts. Oh, and there's a steal by Hunter. Up and in by Carlo Blunt to tie it up. Makes it 33-33 with 4:18 to go. Roovers gets the ball over to Voss on the right-hand side. Skip pass to Jensen. Jensen thought about the three. Short jumper up, no good. Rebound to Voss. Voss into the paint, back out to Jensen. Jensen for three, no good. 4 minutes to go, 33-33. Carlo Blunt bringing the ball up for Mahpiya Luta. Here's Kennedy Fridia. Fridia at the top of the key, gets it over to Maya Mills. Jodine Hunter. Back over to Blunt at the top of the key, guarded by Roovers. Here's Fridia. Hunter. Hunter was not afraid to take it in. And that is going to be knocked away by Taylor Roovers. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 3:41 on the game clock. Janaea Cleveland to check in. Casey Hansen to check out. Janaea Cleveland checking in with 4 personals. 4 personals for Fridia and Lunderman as well out there for Mahpiya Luta. They get it into Jodine Hunter. Hunter will drive in. Up with the left hand, up and in. Here's Taylor Roovers. Roovers gets it over to Janaea. Janaea over to Voss. Voss will drive in the baseline. Short jumper up and in. And they're going to go for the and one. So Brooklyn Voss dribbles in. Short, about 15-foot jumper there. And they're going to call a foul on Maya Mills. That will be her 4th personal. So all of a sudden, much like Vermillion boys against Hot Springs the other night, now there are 3 Mahpiya Luta players with 4 personals. Unable to connect, but rebound Brooke Jensen. Jensen up with the left hand and good. So Voss missed, but Jensen with the rebound and the putback gives Vermillion the 37-35 lead with 3:11 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Here's Kennedy Fridia over to Carlo Blunt. Fridia spins up with the right hand, no good. Rebound there by Brooke Jensen. Roovers has that stolen away. Vermillion has to learn those long passes. This Mahpiya Luta team is quick and they are tenacious. So might need to shorten up some of those passes because it's hard to estimate how that quickness and their closing speed. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Vermillion. 32 seconds on the shot clock. They get it in down low. That is blocked. And Chandler Cleveland with the rebound. There's a pass to Brooklyn Voss. They get it across the timeline. Jensen over to Janaea. 2:34 to go. Vermillion with a 2-point lead. Over to Voss. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Roovers to Janaea. Janaea for 3. And that is good. Janaea Cleveland with a 3. Her first bucket of the night. Makes it 40-35 with 2:19 to go. Kennedy Fridia for 3. Oh, in and out. No good. Rebound there by Roovers. Boy, Fridia has had a number of them in and out. Oh. She's having a bit of a hard luck night. She is a 5'4" senior for this Mahpiya Luta team. Roovers over to Janaea. 22 seconds on the shot clock. 1:56 on the game clock. Vermillion with a 5-point lead. They get it down to Jensen. They try to get it down to Chandler. And that ball is kicked out of bounds by Mahpiya Luta. So with 1:50 on the game clock. 14 seconds on the shot. No, did they call a foul? No. Casey Hansen checking in. Janaea Cleveland checking out. They came over to the desk. I thought maybe they called a foul, but no, I think it was just kicking. So, Hansen to inbound. Gets it up top to Chandler Cleveland, over to Taylor Roovers. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 1:47 on the game clock. And the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Roovers drives in, out to Brooke Jensen. Jensen for 3. That is off the back iron, but rebound by Voss. And that is going to be a timeout called by Coach Brooks. With 1:36 on the game clock. We'll take a timeout as well on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 40-35 Vermillion leads. This is a Murph's Appliance timeout. We'll be right back.
Game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley, as we are in the final 1:36 from Brookings, South Dakota, where Vermillion leads 40-35. It's been a tough battle. Mahpiya Luta showing their tenacious defense and their persistent offense, driving in, creating their own offense. Here's a pass by Hansen out front. 35 seconds on the shot clock. 1:34 on the game clock. Chandler Cleveland down to Jensen. Back out to Voss. Over to Roovers. Roovers thought about the three. So there's a minute difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Roovers gets the ball over to Hansen. Hansen is caught there, and that is going to be a timeout called by Coach Brooks. That is another timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well, and it's a full one. Murph's Appliance timeout, 20 years serving the Vermillion customers on Main Street in Vermillion. We'll be right back after these messages.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family, from pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Athletico Physical Therapy in Vermillion offers a wide range of services to help you move pain-free and get you back to the life you love. Work injuries, pre- and post-surgical therapy, sports injuries, and joint replacement therapy. Open at 440 East Cherry Street in Vermillion from 7 to 6 Monday through Thursday and 7 to 5 on Friday. Stop into Athletico Physical Therapy for a free assessment for your pain or injury. Athletico Physical Therapy, 440 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Brookings, South Dakota at the Dakota Bank Center. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. We have ourselves a game. 1:15 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion leads 40-35. They just called timeout. 13 seconds on the game shot clock. 1:15 on the game clock. And Vermillion has one timeout left. Mahpiya Luta has 3. Possession arrow favors Mahpiya Luta. Here's the pass out to Taylor Roovers. Roovers loses control of it. Roovers drives in, gets it over to Hansen. Hansen over to Voss. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Hansen. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. Vermillion was unable to get a shot off. So, 1:01 left on the game clock on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Janaea Cleveland checks in for Casey Hansen. Vermillion leads 40-35. Again, Mahpiya Luta, 3 timeouts left. Vermillion, 1 timeout left. Mahpiya Luta has 4 fouls, so if they foul, Vermillion goes to the line. Carlo Blunt drives in, kicks it back out. Here's Maya Mills. Over to Carlo Blunt. Blunt over to Jodine Hunter. Carlo Blunt, back to Hunter. Hunter will take the 3. No, in and out. But the rebound to Carlo Blunt, I think, yeah. And there's a 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. Janaea Cleveland with a nice rebound. So, 33 seconds to go. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Roovers with the ball. Gets it over to Brooklyn Voss. Voss gets it back to Roovers. 22 seconds. A 2-second difference, and there's a foul called on Jodine Hunter. Now, Jodine Hunter did not have any fouls before that. That is her first personal, but that is the 5th team foul. So, Roovers will go to the line to shoot 2. Now, free throws have been the bane of Vermillion's existence, but if she can hit these 2, that puts Vermillion up by 7, and that would give them a 3-possession lead with 21.9 seconds remaining on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. First free throw from Roovers is up and good. Up and good. They called a violation.
Brooklyn.
So they waved that off. That free throw is good. So here's Carlo Blunt. Blunt up with the right hand, up and in. That makes it a 4-point lead. Carlo Blunt. And Mahpiya Luta takes the timeout. Full timeout will take on as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 15.3 seconds remaining. We'll be right back after these messages.
My car broke down. What do I do?
Honey, I'm hearing Bob Sinclair is a place to go. He's the most dependable, trustworthy, and fair-priced place in Vermillion. They'll get the job done the right way. Call Bob Sinclair in Vermillion to make your appointment. They will get it done for you on time. Do not panic. We'll get it taken care of.
You can trust the 3-stall service team at Bob Sinclair, located on Main Street, Vermillion. Go with who you can trust. Alfredo Pizza Vermillion. The secret is in the sauce. At Alfredo Pizza, the pizza is legendary. The pasta is to die for. Delicious. Wings are crazy good.
Offering beer, wine, and margaritas.
It's all very tasty. Pizza, pasta, wings, calzones, salads, sandwiches, desserts, and great meals for the children. If you have never had Alfredo Pizza before, it's a must try. 831 East Cherry Street, Alfredo Pizza Vermillion. The secret is in the sauce.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball. 15.5 seconds remaining. Vermillion up by 4. Casey Hansen to inbound the ball. There'll be a full court press. They will press this as Vermillion has one timeout left, and there's a quick foul. And was that Essence Tobacco? Yep, Essence Tobacco. That is her first personal, but that is they have 5 team fouls, so Brooke Jensen will go to the line to shoot 2 with Vermillion up by 4. So Brooke Jensen at the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. And Brooke's like, oops, uh-oh. Brooke has 13 points on the night and 11 rebounds. Leading scorer for either team is Carlo Blunt. Blunt has 16. So checking in right now for Mahpiya Luta, you have Maya Mills, Carlo Blunt, Jodine Hunter, Talia Lundstrom, and Kennedy Fridia. For Vermillion, you have Taylor Roovers, Brooklyn Voss, Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, and Brooke Jensen. That free throw is off the back iron, so Brooke missed both. Carlo Blunt up with the left hand, no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. 6 seconds to go, and Vermillion is going to go to the semifinals. Roovers up with the right hand, misses, but that is it. Vermillion wins 41-37 in a great game by both teams. Mahpiya Luta, and a lot of this team will be back. Maya Mills, Ashlyn Carlo Blunt are both sophomores. Dorothy Mesteth, a sophomore. Jodine Hunter, a junior. They do lose Lunderman. They do lose Fridia. Tobacco will be back. So this team will be back at this state tournament. But they have 2 more games. They can still get up to 5th place. So we'll be back with our First Dakota National Bank post-game show after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion, Yankton, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Calling all Tanagers, Huskies, Tornadoes, and Ponca high schoolers. Pied Piper Vermillion has everything you need for a magical prom night. We have wristlets, corsages, posies, and boutonnieres to pair seamlessly with any dress or suit. Whether you are wearing metallic, floral, or pastel, we can create something to complement any taste. Order soon, prom is a few weeks away. Use promo code PROM24 to get $10 off your purchase of a corsage, wristlet, posy, or boutonniere. Pied Piper Vermillion, your prom headquarters.
This is Dr. Bill Saunders with Saunders Chiropractic. Chiropractic care helps your athlete prevent injuries and achieve optimal athletic performance. Go Tanagers.
Wellness awaits you. Dr. William Saunders, Vermillion Chiropractor at Saunders Chiropractic, is a Vermillion Booster Club member and has been keeping Tanager fans' bones, joints, muscles, and nerves working together like a great team. Go Tanagers from Dr. William Saunders.
What should we do for lunch?
We could go to Wimp's Place.
I thought they only offered supper.
Nope, they open the doors at 11 Monday to Friday and even open at 9 on the weekends for breakfast. All of this plus great deals like $5 cheeseburgers on Tuesday, unlimited wings on Wednesday, and prime rib on Saturday.
How do you know so much about Wimp's Place?
I just went to their website, sdwimps.com, and I follow them on Facebook and Instagram to keep up on the tastiest deals.
Well, let's head to Wimp's Place now. I was hungry before, now I'm starving.
To $13,500 off MSRP.
If you're thinking about a new truck, you can now save up to $13,500 off new select Sierra 1500s with approved credit.
Come to Jerry's new Chevys and GMCs, Beersford and Vermillion. I'm Sam.
And I'm Drew. We have a great selection of new Silverados, Sierras, Colorados, Canyons,
Traverses, and Terrains. You can drive a new Chevy Trax for only $23,990.
It's a great vehicle that gets good gas mileage and affordable affordable to own. We have new vehicles coming in every week, so if we don't have exactly what you want, we'll get it for you. You can see our entire new and used inventory at jerryscars.com.
Look, every new car dealer pays the same money for new vehicles.
Because our overhead is so much lower, we can sell a new vehicle for less money.
Plus, we really need your nice used vehicle, so you'll get more for your trade-in.
Jerry's new Chevys and GMCs, Beersford and Vermillion.
Better prices, better experience, guaranteed.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. My name is Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where the Vermillion Tanagers are moving on to the semifinals after a 41-37 victory over Mahpiya Luta, previously undefeated Mahpiya Luta. Great game by both. Well, it was a great game. I don't know that either team is going to say that they played their best, but they made an entertaining game. They both probably left a lot out there. I think both were thrown by the tenacious defense of their opponent. And so it was a great game by both, a great game to watch. So just looking at some stats for these teams. So just so you know, tomorrow, Vermillion will play at 6 o'clock tomorrow night here at the Dakota Bank Center. And they will be playing Sisseton. Mahpiya Luta will be playing Mount Vernon Plankton. That should be a great game with Carlo Blunt and Jodine Hunter, and you have Reagan Russ and Emily Fox. That would be an awesome one to be here for. That will be at noon here at the Dakota Bank Center. So let's take a look at some stats, and then we'll take a look at the stuff from around the state. This is First Dakota National Bank post-game show. Now, I don't know if Coach Brooks is going to come over. Would love if he did, but, you know, I also understand there are other things going on. So let's start with Mahpiya Luta, now 22-1. Leading scorer was Ashlyn Carlo Blunt with 16 points. She also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Jodine Hunter with 12 points. See, and I had them a little bit different. I had her at 14, but I'm assuming this is official. So 12 points for Jodine Hunter, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, and 4 steals. So Jodine Hunter, and again, she's just a junior. She'll be back next year as well, along with Ashlyn Carlo Blunt. Between the two of them, they averaged 34.6 points per game. So a lot of scoring coming back for this team. And then other contributions, you had Maya Mills with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. You also had 3 points from Kennedy Fridia, along with 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Talia Lunderman, 3 rebounds and a steal. As well as April Knight, she had 2 rebounds. And Dorothy Mesteth had 8 rebounds off the bench. Dorothy Mesteth is just a sophomore, 5'6" sophomore, so she'll be back. She had a nose for the ball, so 8 rebounds for her. No blocks, 1 steal for Dorothy Mesteth. For Mahpiya Luta, they shot 25.8% from the field, 18.8% from 3, and 50% from the free throw line. For Vermillion, now 20-4 on the season. Leading scorer was Brooke Jensen with 13 points. She also had 12 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 blocks. Next up would be Chandler Cleveland with 9 points and 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. You had Janaea Cleveland with 3 points, 6 rebounds, no assists, and 1 steal. You also had Brooklyn Voss with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Taylor Roovers with 5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So a great all-around performance from this squad. And Casey Hansen brought 5 points to the table as well to go with her 3 rebounds and 3 assists. So a great all-around team effort by this Vermillion Tanager team. And so they will be back in action tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against Sisseton. Sisseton, who was top-ranked for much of the season. Now, like I said, I don't know that Coach Brooks is coming, so I'm not going to extend it like he is, because I understand he's addressing his team. He has other things going on. I might reach out to him just to see about interviews for tomorrow, and maybe if he can swing by tomorrow night after the game. But let's take a look at some scores from around the state. In AA basketball, in overtime, in what would have been the shocker of all shockers if they had lost. Sioux Falls O'Gorman defeated Rapid City Stevens 64-58 in overtime. Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Pierre 33-23 after 3 quarters of action. Coming up tonight, Mitchell will play Harrisburg and Brandon Valley will be playing Spearfish. Again, in Class A, Sisseton defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton. They will be Vermillion's next opponent tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here at the Dakota Bank Center. Coming up this evening, Sioux Falls Christian versus Hanson and Flandreau versus T-Area. That should be some great basketball as well. And I do want to remind you that we are here via the privilege of South Dakota Public Broadcasting. So thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting and the South Dakota High School Activities Association for letting us broadcast and to stream. But for complete coverage of the high school girls basketball championships and for updated brackets, scores, photos, and stories, visit sdpb.org/basketball. All of the games will be broadcast live on television. Class B on SDPB1, and Class A on SDPB2, and Class AA on SDPB3. Join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag SDHoops24. So again, thank you to South Dakota Public Broadcasting for allowing us to broadcast. And then let's take a look at Class B, where Zach is going to be in Rapid. He might be there now, or he might be on his way. I'm not quite sure. But in the first game, Arlington defeated James Valley Christian 51-41. In the game that I said was going to be the game of the day, Ethan and Wall are tied at halftime, 25-25. Coming up tonight will be Harding County versus Lyman, and then Centerville versus Warner, which you can find on 5-star streaming on YouTube. So that is the action from South Dakota. Now Nebraska, boys state tournament is going on. In Class B, Crete defeated Platteview 43-30. Elkhorn leads Omaha Scott Catholic 11-10 with 1 minute to go in the first. Norris and Bennington and Scotts Bluff and Omaha Roncalli Catholic will be doing battle later. In Class C1, Omaha Concordia defeated Malcolm 72-36. Wahoo defeated Ogallala 50-36. Ashland Greenwood defeated Doniphan Trumbull 48-35. And Auburn leads Douglas County West 5-2 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. And in D1, Guardian Angels Central Catholic defeated North Platte St. Patrick's 42-40. Ainsworth defeated Dundee County Stratton 62-55. Coming up tonight, Johnson Brock versus Riverside and Ansley Litchfield versus Plainview. Again, the Vermillion Lady Tanagers come away with a victory in the first round. They will be heading on to the semifinals, taking on Sisseton in what should be a good matchup. Sisseton only has the one loss on the season. Sisseton has the one loss on the season. Oops, where'd that go? Sorry, wanted to make sure I had that correct here. So Sisseton with the one loss on the season, that was to Sioux Falls Christian, shortly after Christian had fallen to Vermillion. They lost 70-62, so Sisseton should be a good matchup for Vermillion. Again, they just defeated Mount Vernon Plankinton 57-47. So that will do it for us. From Brookings, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where Vermillion Tanagers have just defeated Mahpiya Luta, and to move on to the second round, to the semifinals. And so we'll be back here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, pregame probably around 5:30, depending upon spacing, what we're able to do. But yes, we will be back here for that as well. And we hope you'll join us on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. For Jen Ashley, I'm Michael Schumacher. You guys have yourselves a great day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.